12:32 The participants for next month's inaugural Formula One Esports Grand Final have been determined following an event in London. Following a series of qualification rounds, using the official Codemasters F1 2017 game, 40 of the best sim racers gathered at the Gfinity Arena in London. Those 40 were whittled down to 20 after 8 heat races, streamed online and broadcast on Sky Sports, with Interlagos and Silverstone used as host circuits. Briton Brandon Lee topped qualifying and won both of his heats to record the maximum 50 points on offer. Patrick Holzman, Allard van der Waal and Sanook Saltunk also claimed victory in both of their respective heats to join Lee in collecting 50 points. The grand final will take place over 2 days in the run-up to next month's Formula One season finale in Abu Dhabi. List of esports finalists: Allard van der Waal, Sanook Saltunk, Patrick Holzman, Sven Zerner, Nicolo Fiorini, Cedric Thomasson, Bullock Besa, Frederick Rasmussen, Igor Frega, Johnny Tormal, Atiziano, Brianna, Patrick Croti, Gianfranco Giglioli, Alberto Fultran, Mads Sorensen, Harrison Jacks, Fabrizio Donoso, Delog de Salas, Saltunk, Maximilian Benek. Latest news 1528 The family of Maria de Villota have reached an agreement in their dispute with the Manor F1 team over the incident in which the F1 1504 Yamaha's Maverick Vinales has accepted that overhauling Marc Marquez in this year's title battle will not be easy but has. Motorsport 1345 Mercedes explains and analyzes the decisions behind the various strategies adopted at the most recent Grand Prix in Malaysia. F1 12:32 The participants for next month's inaugural Formula One Esports Grand Final have been determined following an event in F1 11:48 Jorge Lorenzo has set his sights on capturing his first victory with Ducati during MotoGP flyaway sequence of Motorsport 10:36 Ride on board with Ed Carpenter Racing Spencer Pigot at Road America as preparations continue on IndyCar's revised aerodynamic. Indy 0912 Ferrari entered the sequence of Asian flyaway events brimming with confidence but departed Japan with its 2017 prospects in F1 0801, KTM has reiterated its support for Bradley Smith, and confirmed that the Briton will continue to race for the team full-time in MotoGP 537. Formula One gears up for next weekend's United States Grand Prix in Austin, where Grammy Award-winning artists Justin Timberlake, F1 1832, F1 1806 Formula One tire supplier Pirelli has revealed the drivers' tire selections for the United States Grand Prix, with Mercedes F1 1632 Felipe Drugovich will contest this weekend's European Formula 3 finale at Hockenheim with Van Amersfoort Racing. Drugovich, F3 1536 McLaren Racing Director Eric Boullier says the outfit has emerged stronger from the recent flyaway events, despite missing out. F1 1413 A cookery book produced by Romain Grosjean and his wife, TV presenter Marianne Jules Grosjean, is to be released at the end of F1 1318 Reigning world champion Marc Marquez says he will give 100% at each of the remaining rounds in his quest to capture a MotoGP 1249 on his 94th birthday. Look back on the life and career of legendary motorsport commentator Murray Walker. In this documentary by F1 1202 Lewis Hamilton bagged his 8th victory of the season, as Sebastian Vettel's title hopes diminished amid another Ferrari. F1 1132 Katsuyuki Nakasuga will make his traditional wildcard appearance with Yamaha at this weekend's Japanese Grand Prix. Nakasuga, MotoGP 1112 watches Ferrari chairman Sergio Marchionne opens the day's trading at the New York Stock Exchange, as part of the Marcus F1 0938 Ferrari team principal Maurizio Arrivabene says the squad will tackle the remaining Grand Prix with even more determination. F1 0812 Sergio Perez says he understands Force India's approach after he was denied the opportunity to race teammate Esteban Ocon for F1 0536. McLaren highlights its partnership with Japanese machine tool builder Mazik, which has kept the team's wheels turning for 18. F1 1702 watches Sebastian Vettel's special helmet design for the Japanese Grand Prix is painted by Agnieszka Wienand of Jens Munzer. F1 1616 legendary announcer Michael Buffer is set to introduce drivers onto the grid at next weekend's United States Grand Prix. In a F1 1528 Lewis Hamilton strode into a 59-point lead with victory as the spark went out of the title battle following another Ferrari. F1 1424 McLaren's Stoffel Vandoorne says a first lap clash with Ferrari rival Kimi Raikkonen scuppered his hopes of claiming a strong F1 1306 go on board with ex-Formula One driver Rio Haryanto as he tests Formula E machinery at the Ricardo Tormo circuit in Valencia. FA 12-16 Felipe Massa says it is difficult to understand why Williams lacked race pace compared to its midfield rivals at the Japanese F1 1142. Renault's Nico Hülkenberg reckons the issue with his drag reduction system DRS shortly after his pit stop cost him a points. F1 1022 Kevin Magnussen has heaped praise on Haas for getting everything right to turn midfield grid slots into a double points finish. F1091-2 Mercedes boss Toto Wolff labeled Lewis Hamilton's display at the Japanese Grand Prix as perfect, after the Briton moved 59. F10824 Esteban Ocon hailed an awesome result for Force India at the Japanese Grand Prix, as he came home in 6th position, backed up. F10512 It's about overcoming your failures, it's about overcoming difficult times. Lewis Hamilton talks about one of the key. F10346 F11622 Ever wondered what happens to Formula One tires on a race weekend? Tom Briggs, McLaren support crew team leader, talks through a F11416 F21415 Russian times. Artem Markelov claimed victory in the Formula 2 sprint race at Jerez with high tire degradation levels leading. F21301 F11251 Red Bull Motorsport consultant Helmut Marko has suggested that it would be better if Felipe Massa retires after his actions. F11202 Daniel Ricciardo tries to speak Japanese during a visit to Formula One's official fan stage at Suzuka with Red Bull teammate. F1